everyone, I have a really super fast layout for you today. Those are the pictures I'm using, and here's a couple things I've cut out from some cut apart sheets. And I'm gonna go through my die cuts now. And this is just, I'm making two piles. One pile of die cuts that could go on this layout that fit the theme, I guess. And the other pile is stuff that I'm not gonna use. This is what I usually do when I scrapbook. In this video, you're going to see pretty much my whole process because this layout came together in probably less than 30 minutes. So once I sped it up, there wasn't too much to cut out. So there I kept my die cuts I'm not using. I put them back in the bag, and then the ones I might use, they're just out on my desk, and I'm going through this sticker book now, and I'm using a lot of Shimelle's Little by Little collection, along with some stickers I bought at Michael's and I've had forever. So those are the cute stickers from Michael's that I've had forever. And then this book of the Flower Shower Stack from DCWV. And they're cute little stickers, and I've had those forever as well. I'm not sure. I think they were tucked away somewhere and I forgot about them. And I just recently found them, and they just happen to go with all the cute little critters and flowers and bright colors that are in the more recent collection. So I brought them out, left it on my desk, and I'm going to try to use up a lot of it. That's a quick peek at the layout behind this paper. So I try to use both sides of the paper whenever I can because I don't like to waste paper, and it's not free, so if you can use both sides, I say why not. So far I haven't had a problem with any of my layouts that I've done this with. They're fine. They're in my albums, and I store my albums standing up. So far so good. I also really wanted to use this side of the paper because of the circle pattern. To me, it represents movement and fun. So I thought it would go well with these photos of my daughter, who's being really silly and trying to walk while squatting down and hopping up and down. So I've cut those photos to 4x4 so that they would fit nicely inside the circle. And I'm just going to do a really thin mat with this Dear Lizzie, I believe it's Saturday. It's the Saturday 6x6 paper pad. So I'm just going to put my photos there for reference, and then I cut one side and I tear the other side just to have a little bit of variety, I guess. I think it looks a little more casual when there's a little bit of like torn paper or uneven edges instead of everything perfectly straight. And I like the look of a more casual page for these pictures. I'm gonna put on a little bit of music while I stick down my photos and play around with my die cuts, trying to figure out the basic design of my layout. I think in real life, that playing around with the die cuts and arranging everything took like 5 minutes. I don't know why I bother because I'm gonna start gluing stuff down and putting them back in completely different places. Well, almost all of it. And I'm trying to make the picture on the left mostly straight, and the picture on the right just a little bit of, just a little tilted. And I think that just gives the layout a little more movement. It's a little more fun, a little more casual. And I'm gonna I'm gonna cut this little banner so I can stick it behind this die cut. And I'm gonna pop this die cut up on some foam tape, just the really thin ones though. I like to have a variety of foam dots in my stash, so I can pop some things with the slightly thicker foam tape, and then some things with my thinner foam dots, and those are actually from scrapbook adhesives. So I'm gonna stick this little flower right there on the side so that you can't see my banner that's been cut. And I'm trying to look for the yellow flower to see how that looks there. And it's okay, now that I see it on the video, it looks fine. But I really like the way the purple one looked even better down there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it there. Before I forget, I just wanted to mention that I'll be on vacation next month, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to do any videos to publish ahead of time because I barely have time to do one a week. So if I'm very productive and very wise with how I spend my time, I might be able to get a couple of videos done ahead of time. But it's likely that I won't be. So yeah, if I'm just MIA for a few weeks, just know that I'll be on vacation. We're going to Alaska. We've been there before, when, before we had our daughter. So we're going back with her because it's really a great place to bring your kids. It's very unique. It's we're going on a cruise, so it's easy to just get off the ship and you're there. And it's very relaxing compared to other vacations. Like European vacations tend to be a little faster paced, I guess, for us at least. And so we wanted to go somewhere where we could, relax, take our time, let her enjoy the scenery and explore new places. So yeah, I highly recommend Alaska. If you've never been, should definitely give it a try. Anyway, back to the layout. I really like that happy because, she is a very happy little kid, but and the color is on the happy, it's like a floral pattern, and it matches her shirt, and the blue matches her clothes. But it just didn't seem to look completely right there. So that's gonna have to come off. And see, I remembered the stickers. I had forgotten about them, but I remembered them, and so I'm bringing them back now. I'm gonna put one little fox on each side of the photos. This one's holding a little flower, and I thought it would be cute to kind of replicate that on the other side. And now that I see it, I kind of tilted that fox a little too much. I wish I had put it a little bit straighter, because now it looks like it's dangling off the page a little bit. But so I'm gonna try to replicate that with this fox, with him holding like this little mushroom, but it doesn't really fit in there so well. And there was another little flower there. I figured that he could hold that little flower, and it fits perfectly. And I'm putting a butterfly up there just to have something with the same texture. So now I'm just gonna glue everything down because so far the things on top aren't glued down at all. So I'm just gonna get rid of that happy because I'm not happy with it there. It's not what I'm going for. So I'm just gonna glue these tags, and I plan to do all my journaling on that tag that says happiness. So I'm gonna have a look at my thickers and see if there's anything that I want to use for my title here. And I believe I chose the word awesome from the second Paige Evans collection. Don't know what it was called, but the thickers themselves are called Wild at Heart. So I'm putting down the title there, but I later have to go and reinforce everything with some glue. But for now, I'm just gonna write my journaling on that tag, and I'm just writing about how my daughter was being silly that day, trying to walk like that, and the kind of things that she's saying at this age. It's very entertaining. And these kinds of like everyday things are the things that are really enjoyable at the moment, but are easy to forget in a few years. So I like to write them down and have a record of what our days are like, the kind of stuff she says, the kind of stuff she likes, because I know that, those things are easy to forget. That's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.